Hello everyone, and welcome to a sort of a discussion. So I'm with Artos.
Hello.
Artos, yeah.
Hello, I am here.
So so a discussion. This is just going to be, I don't know how long it's going to be. Maybe half an hour, maybe a bit less, maybe longer. So it's just going to be about me and Artos talking about how you can join the AOR, what things we're doing, and all that stuff, and the latest stuff you need to know about Season 8 if you're a current member. So, first of all, we're going to start off with signing up. We're trying to be as brief as possible on each thing, so we take it in turns to sort of describe each picture you see. So I'm going to start off, and for signing up, so you can sign up to the championship, but just by going onto the sign up thread. I'll put links and stuff in the description so you can see that. So if you're an existing driver, you don't need to sign up as long as you've said that as long as you've said that you're going to be racing, or you don't even need to say that. As long as you say you're not quitting, you are you're automatically put into Season 8. So that puts us onto that. New drivers, you need to sign up, of course. So sign up in the thread, just say your Steam ID so we can contact you, your nationality, so whatever nationality, your speed test and ping. You have to do both. You can't use a ping test off speedtest.net because it varies and stuff, and it's a lot more accurate when you're using the pingtest.net rather than speedtest.net. So you can just see a little example in the top right hand corner. So yeah, that's pretty much signing up, nothing too complex. So yeah, ideally if you want to sign up, you'll want to sign up as soon as possible. So this video is going to be going out on the 13th of April, I hope anyway, 13th or 14th. You can pretty much sign up at any time, but the sooner the better if you want to do a full season. Okay, so Artos, on to the next thing, which is assists and that stuff. Take it away.
Yeah, it is. This is the Season 8 rules, and the assists you're allowed, as you can see in the top right there, you're not allowed ABS, braking assist, pit assist or traction control, but you are allowed auto gears and driving line. So this is, of course, Season 8. Obviously, we've just finished Season 7. The Brazil highlights video has gone out a couple of days ago, so I recommend you watching that. We had a very special guest commentator. It was massive fun to commentate on that. But yeah, basically, to join AOR, you've got to be fairly clean, you've got to be fair, and you've got to be competitive, and that's pretty much all the things you've got to got to be. I mean, there's 4 splits this year instead of 3, so there's 16 more
64
players.
drivers, I
64
think,
drivers.
If my maths is correct.
Across 4 screens. Well, 16
16
times 4, so 1636, you noob. No, it is 32. Yeah, there's 64.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
So this has turned
I'm
into
good at
more
maths.
This has turned into a very instructional, informative,
yeah.
completely 100%
So basically,
true
also,
Fantascast.
all the links will be in the description.
Yeah, so I'll link you to the relevant section of the information. As Artos said, even if you're not necessarily mega competitive, I mean, if you've seen our times in Split 2 from videos, if you're 4 seconds off that, you can still possibly get into Split 4, as there's going to be 4 splits, so not necessarily 4, maybe 3 to 4, 2.5 to
yeah. Well, I mean,
3 seconds, I think.
Also, when you sign up, there will be a kind of a time trial event to prove that you are quick, and so you can't you can't cheat on that. And you can't sandbag either, so you can't go slow just to get into a less competitive split, so you can dominate a bit more. You've got to go as fast as you can, and then if you sign up and you'll get a personal message from one of the moderators, and then you'll take it from there. So on to the next one. This is the Season 8 calendar. Also notes before it, there are pre-season events and stuff. This year it's Jerez. Well, this season it's Jerez even, on I think the 20th of April. So, yep, that's... You don't have to pretend that. It's not mandatory, as it says there. In slightly difficult to read blue writing, but
I'm so sorry.
that's Hamish.
I had my mic muted. I was talking for about 10 minutes. I was like, I'll shut up while I was trying to talk.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is...
I'm so sorry.
Hamish is dying right now. Right, okay.
Oh dear. Okay.
As
it's
I
cool.
was saying,
Everybody
yeah.
calm down.
we've got
Yeah.
3 breaks, as it says on there. The Canadian GP, the British GP, and the World Cup final. So, that's of course football.
Artos. Okay. So, Bantercast,
And
everybody. I just want to
Bantercast.
cut
This
in.
isn't a Bantercast, Jesus
It
Christ.
is not. It's very informal information. Informative.
Informative. You're so good at this.
Awesome. I know. I've just got a natural, unbelievably messy. Like I just mess up.
I don't know what you're going to say after that, but let's
Yeah, so-
carry on.
I'm just gonna cut in where you were talking about sandbagging and stuff. If you are found to be sandbagging, or if you're found to be going basically slower than you actually can go, you'll either get moved up a league, or you will be banned altogether, or you'll get penalty points. I mean, Artos, I'm not sure how much you know about this, but different things cause different penalty points. So let's say for sandbagging, you could get something like 25 penalty points, or 20 penalty points.
That's a lot.
And if you get 50, you get
okay.
banned from the league, or something, a severe sort of thing. So Artos has taken you through the first part of the calendar. We don't really need to explain this too much, apart from a couple of changes.
Just the
so-
dates. It is just
Yeah.
basically every Sunday evening at 8 o'clock GMT.
So you can
So,
see
That's
Jerez
PM, obviously.
or Jerez, Jerez, or
Jerez is
Jerez.
Jerez.
So Jerez, we've got a social race Sunday 20th of April. Existing drivers, you don't have to come to this. So if you've already done a season or you've raced, you don't have to do the pre-season event. However, if you've signed up, I think it is advised to do it. I'm not quite sure how it works. We'll probably have 2 or 3 different lobbies open. Different moderators will invite you.
Yeah.
You don't have to be in the same split either, so you could have a split 1 guy and a split 3 guy, or split 1 and 4, 2 and whatever.
Yeah.
And,
It is. Yeah. It's basically just so the moderators can confirm that you're clean and that you
And
can
stuff.
race.
Because some time trial, of course, you can't judge at. So
No, and
yeah.
obviously they can't, unless you post a video of the time, they can't moderate that in any way. They've just got to they've got to trust you that you're telling the truth and you're not, using sort of any kind of cheats or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that race is basically just sort of okay, this guy is telling the truth basically. As
Yeah.
we go on to the second half of the calendar here.
So we've got.
I'll let
if
you
you
do
want to-
this.
Okay. So of course we've got just a couple of breaks. Break week 4, I don't think was explained. No, it wasn't. That is just a break, probably to do with a holiday, a bank holiday or something. I'm guessing. In fact, no, it's the start of summer holidays. I think. Unless I'm incorrect, and I think I am correct. That is the start.
Yeah,
of,
3 and 4 and
holidays.
5 actually weren't explained.
And they're the beginning and ends of holidays, so we know people are
Gives people
busy
a
in
chance.
those sort of time.
Yeah, just
Also, another thing, I don't know if you explained it, but Canada and Monza have been taken out because of a corner cutting. You probably saw that. As we go on to classics, Artos, if you want to do this.
Classics, yeah, this is a little thing we've got going. It's unofficial, but on the every Sunday evening between the season, right now, we're doing a little classics race. We might have to go over to 2 different splits if too many people want to join, but basically, there's some guys from AOR, and we're just doing a little classics championship around classic tracks. You can see there Monza, which we've already done. Jerez is, well, it will be today by the time this video goes out, or maybe even yesterday.
Yes, maybe even
Speaking in the
yesterday.
future, so
Oh my God, Artos, we have the power.
we have the power to change time.
So at the moment, I'm
Sunday was
currently,
either today,
last.
yesterday, or tomorrow,
Artos is
depending
almost
on
definitely
when we are.
winning.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
gonna be
we got
close.
multi and beyond,
And Smuffler,
and
especially.
Smuffler.
Smuffler's going to
So
be quite quick as well.
I don't think Justin's going to be joining this one, but as you can see on the
He
top
is
right,
actually,
that's
for this race he is.
the
I
current
think.
drivers. And so in Monza we were in the 98T, I still managed to come second. So, yeah. But
I did advise the driver good to go into wets.
yeah, you did actually.
To be fair.
You gifted me second place.
I did. You should never give away your tactics, and I didn't give away our tactics. I just hinted. I went
Hinted.
onto wets, knew how bad they were, so I hinted another driver to go onto wets, and it was equally as bad.
Okay.
So that's now we know how nice I am.
Yeah. So of course we're in the 100T tomorrow, which is
Yep.
we've got a lovely mod 4.
Yes, so it looks
we've
like
got
a McLaren.
A McLaren
wow.
MP44, which was of course the 88 car, which won 15 out of the 16 races that year, and
Yep.
there was the Senna and Prost rivalry.
That was brilliant.
As we move on,
Senna, ours is Prost.
as we move on now,
As we move on
yeah,
to this
to the
second
to the
part
current
of-
standings, we're having a bit of a classic point scoring system with this one. So it's not 25, 18, 15 or whatever. It's 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 0 after that if you don't finish. But there's only 2 other positions. So if you can see, only 5 races in that last one. So there's a bit of a quiet lobby. But this weekend we hope to have the full 10.
I mean, 2 people were. Well, one had to do something for work. The other one promised someone else he was doing something. One couldn't find his steering wheel. So that's quite funny. I know Justin was. He was doing an iRacing thing, so hopefully he'll be racing tomorrow. He might do, he might not. Depends.
I don't know if he does.
So we should have hopefully 9 or 10 people, and then we've got reserves. In this case, it's Gem. You'll see it's Kem. It's not Kem. It is Gem. It's pronounced Gem anyway.
We've got a good mixture of split 1 and split 2 drivers in this.
And I think we're
But of course,
even paced. I think, especially
well, we're not
around,
bad. I mean, I think I'm pretty decent in the classics.
Yeah.
But
I
basically,
mean, with classics you can't really compare, can you, to sort of normal F1 cars? So that's
no,
why
they're
you'll
so
see,
different.
the
Each one is
slower
so different.
drivers
Yeah.
just as good as split 1 guys.
Well, I
so
wouldn't
that's
say
good.
just as good,
Well,
but
you know, we're getting there.
yeah. So obviously, we might have to spill over into a different split if a lot of people want to join, or you could become a reserve to race with us if. But yeah, that's that. And as we move on now, that's just more. That's the constructors' championship. But
So if
I don't see
me
how
and
that'll
Artos
work,
are
seeing as we're in
currently,
different cars every race.
Yeah, so the constructors is
It's more of a teammate
it
championship.
is more of a team championship. But yeah, there we go. The constructors is so it's a team championship. So after race 1, you can see me and Artos have 14 points. So we're currently just ahead of the Ferraris. Well, I say
Well,
Ferraris,
the
but, you know,
MP Gem combination, and then
yeah.
Smuffler and Silver, even with a win down in 3rd. So there's
So,
only 4
yeah.
points in it though after the first race.
So yeah, it's looking quite good. Hopefully, so hopefully it's going to be an exciting championship.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
it's not going to be decided on a disconnection.
Okay,
So,
as we move
if
on
you
now.
want to take this one, Artos.
Thank you very much. So basically, this is the kind of the routine that we go through if we have a race on the Sunday evening. So throughout the week, we generally just form little unofficial practice lobbies, practice qualifying, first stint, stuff like that, just to get an idea of the tyre wear, and obviously to get better at the track if we haven't raced it in a while.
Which is usually the case.
Yeah, basically.
Especially
but,
me and
I
Artos
think
only joining like in the last quarter. So
Yeah,
we haven't
Thursday
practiced most
evenings.
of these tracks.
Thursday evenings, I think, are social races.
Social
But-
races.
Yeah, but basically any evening, there's probably going to be a couple of people free. And then, of course, on the Sunday evening at 8 o'clock GMT PM, we start a 15-minute qualifying session. And the race distance is 50%, and obviously the grid is decided by the results of the qualifying. So we race on equal cars. So basically it's down to driver skill, dynamic weather. So, anything can happen. It's just left down to the game to decide the conditions for the race, basically. And apart from me on collisions on full, car damage on full, rules and flags reduced. That's because sometimes if you get a penalty that wasn't justified, the game will give you a drive-through penalty if it's unrealistic, which obviously will ruin your race even if it wasn't anything to do with you or completely unavoidable or whatever, just if it was a penalty that's going to be removed. So we have it on reduced, so it'll just give you a 10-second penalty or whatever.
Okay, so as we go on to race classification, so all the hot topics of a race and all the stuff you need to know. That sounded like
yeah, that was incredibly cheesy.
That sounded like an advert, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. As we can see at the top.
Yeah.
The DNF rules here. If you crash or you spin or you lag and explode or whatever because the game's good, and you don't finish, then you will be awarded full points unless it was deliberate or you rage quit afterwards. So if you want points, you've got to stay in the lobby, basically. Unless obviously you disconnect.
That's providing you're in the points.
That's just providing you're in the points.
Yeah, you can get 25 for coming last.
Yeah, so basically, as you can see there underneath it, if a driver deliberately leaves, which is rage quitting, then you don't get any points. So you've got to stay in the lobby if you want points, basically. Even if lap 1 you were running in first, just if you crash, then I don't know how big your patience is, but if you want the points, you got to stay. Obviously, there has to be less than 10 people in the lobby if you're the first DNF. Otherwise, you don't get any points anyway. So if you were like 12th or something, then you can leave. Leading on to disconnections, however, if you disconnect in a race, then there's nothing that anyone can do. You don't get any points. Basically, DNF'd. Unless there was less drivers. Like I said before. So, but if you lose connection qualifying, however, as it says there, before any driver has posted a time, if someone has posted a time, you can't restart the lobby. But if no one has posted one, then they can restart the lobby a maximum of 2 times. And if you lose connections on both of them, then I don't think that you would have got through a race anyway. So, Hamish, if you do the mass disconnections and championship standings,
yeah. So
if you will, good trip.
I will. I'm very good like this. I'm the pinnacle of mass disconnections of the top of Drivers' Championship. Oh yes. So mass disconnections are normally to do with the race will either be postponed if half the drivers disconnect in a race, or it will be moved on. So yeah, basically that's pretty much it. It's quite I haven't practiced this.
Yeah, basically read all that.
So
that's all the information's there. We're just here to sort of gloss over it, and maybe if you didn't really know what AOR was, but you didn't really know anything about it, then here you go. This is the shit right here. As I don't know if we're not meant to be being rude and raging in this video, but that's what I'm going to be doing.
It's cool. I mean, it does add a comedy. A comedy?
A comedy? Oh god.
Oh god.
It's cheap comedy.
It is cheap. It's like, well, it's free because you're watching it through YouTube. That's how free it is.
All you've got to do is stand annoying adverts. But,
yeah, I'm sorry guys. 5 seconds is that is the boss.
It's just over 5 actually, because no one has infinite reactions, like infinitely small, because no
unless
one's
you
that
spam
good.
the button. I have done. I've spammed the button.
Oh wow, that's such a
anyway.
noob thing to do. I like to wait and react to it. But
I like to wait and watch a full 3-minute advert. So yeah.
Actually, that Stella one's good advert. I like that advert.
Yeah,
but,
there's
the
one on
we're getting off topic.
We are getting a little bit off topic. It was one on Rule, and I don't know. It made it sound like, oh, don't share my sex tape, and it wasn't a sex tape. It was something like this dude brushing his teeth or something. But yeah, I remember that being quite good.
Okay, well, I no idea what you're on about, but basically, championship standings fairly simple. If you score the most points, you win the championship, and the standings ordered in the amount of points scored. As you can see there on the left, standard point scoring system.
Standard points, so we do
that's
exactly
obviously
that.
post 2008.
Yes.
So post 2008.
Oh.
That means after Hamish.
Yeah, no, I
if
know.
you're
But
not,
I thought they started that in.
It started in 2009.
I thought it was 10.
Points
Oh, well,
system.
learn something new every day. I should have known that because I've been
I think
watching
anyway.
Formula 1 since like 06, but oh well.
I think it was 2009 anyway, because that was all the new regs where Braun just went, "Oh, we've got a good car," and
yes, possibly. We'll have to
I
really
remember
look at the.
that was the last season till the end of 2013 I actually watched because Button was winning. We were like, "Oh, he's British. Let's watch
Oh,
that."
that's
But,
interesting.
yeah.
So yeah. So clean racing. This is all self-explanatory, really.
Yeah.
you
Basically,
gotta be
don't
clean.
crash
Don't crash.
on purpose.
Yeah. So it goes into a bit more detail as we go on to overtaking. You can't dive bomb. You can't be too aggressive. We're not saying don't be aggressive because we like to see wheel-to-wheel action, but you can't be aggressive. You
To
can't.
the point of crashing off people, forcing people off the track. No.
Yeah, all the things I do in sprint.
All of the things that Hamish does on every single race.
Apart
It's
from
like-
the league race, I don't do it on the league race.
If
I'm a
Hamish
very clean
did
driver.
though in Abu Dhabi.
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Christ.
You
That was
even
lag
know
actually. That was a lag tap.
Thank
But,
you. Right. Oh, my bacon's just been saved. So defending.
So
you can
if you think that you can do better than Hamish, which isn't very difficult, then you could sign up to AOR and show him what for.
Oh, wow. Considering we're like half a what is it? Half a hundredth, half a tenth.
I don't know what it was. I finished.
Considering we're
I
half
don't
a
know.
tenth pace difference pretty much on every track.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, it's sometimes a bit
A
more.
lot.
You know,
Yeah,
somewhere
sometimes.
like
Malaysia, China. That's
wow,
about
what was
really
it?
for me.
What was the track that you're really good at? You're good at
Brands Hatch?
Brands Hatch and Silverstone's the one that you're good at,
Yes.
aren't you?
Yeah.
But that's because you got pad hacks. But anyway,
Oh,
as we
wow.
move on.
Cheers. Yeah. Attacks everyone, rage.
Rage.
So yeah.
I'm on a wheel.
defending.
'cause, yeah, I'm a master race.
You're allowed to make one blocking move. So
Yep.
one
Move,
on
so
the
you can move
straight.
over. You can't weave along the straight or whatever. You've got to move over and then stick to that line. And obviously, if the driver is nowhere near, you can resume your racing line. But yeah, that's fairly self-explanatory. Don't weave along the track and block people off. So I mean, even if lag, you just got to steer clear of the car. Obviously, I don't think anyone, if someone's lagging next to them, wants to get too close because, as we all know, the game can
Do some
well,
interesting
it can
stuff.
say, "Oh, your car's now critically damaged," and you're like,
You're
"What?"
fucked, and then
Yeah.
that's pretty much how we roll.
That's what happens, and so yeah, as the chasing car, generally your responsibility not to make contact unless obviously he brake checks you or something stupid like that. Just make sure you don't hit him, and it should be fine. Obviously lag taps happen, but you want to try and minimise them if you can. Corner cutting, obviously don't corner cut. 2 wheels on the track at all times. I mean, even around somewhere like I think Monaco, they said you can cut the corner at the first corner a bit.
Yes, you can.
But for the most part, do not cut any corners.
Also, Hungary, that's quite a famous one. I know you can the first sector or first second.
The
sector
chicane, I think
crossover.
they don't really mind whether you cut that or not. And the fast left-hander in Hungary after the first sector, I think you can cut. And I think there's one more. They're a bit lenient on India, aren't they?
Yes, because it is a very hard track. Not
obviously
to cut,
don't
really.
Or
You'll
extend.
notice even the best drivers, even
Even the best drivers run wide.
Noble,
Silverstone,
Matty
obviously.
and stuff.
Silverstone is quite easy to cut and extend.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Extend,
the running
yes, cuts.
running wide. Well, cut not really. I mean, suppose Maggots and Beckett's is alright.
Yes, you
cutting.
can cut there. I mean, of course, we'd also mention Monaco and Canada. Monaco,
Canada,
Monza
obviously, the
and
famous bunny
Canada,
hop
yeah.
chicane.
The bunny hop chicane. It's not even a chicane. You don't have to take the chicane. I'm not kidding. Artos tried the worst move in the world. I think it was you, Artos.
Was
You-
it?
you
I
don't-
don't remember this.
I think it was you. It might not have been, but you just completely admit that the last corner did not exist. And you got a warning, and well, there you go. Off you go. Overtake a few cars. Marvelous.
Yeah, marvelous.
Fastest lap.
Lovely stuff.
Lovely stuff.
Fastest lap, 1 minute
10
9.
minutes on racing rules.
Yeah, well, they are quite
They are
vital.
important.
Qualifying etiquette, basically, if you're on a hot lap, you don't have to move over. If you're not on a hot lap, i.e. in lap or out lap, or you've backed off, then obviously let someone behind go through. Don't block them, because that's quite a dickish thing to do, and also against the rules. So, yeah, so general behaviour as we move on now, I think Hamish can read the first paragraph.
So, communication. Okay, so you want to use... Professional recording, brought to you by...
some professional people, as we as Hamish actually reads this out.
Yeah, so communication. You need to use a working headset. Ideally you want to be able to use TeamSpeak and stuff. So don't swear, don't be racist, all that sort of stuff. Well, swearing.
You can
That's a little bit controversial.
Hypocritical, mate.
Hypocritical.
Jeez.
Yeah, hypocritical.
Wow.
Yeah, but a little bit hypocritical. Hypocritical. I can't even say it.
Yeah, hypocritical. Basically, be fairly polite, although officially we are very clean and ambassadors for the league. So we never swear, we never crash.
Nope.
We never ram people off. Nope. Hamish.
Artos in Korea. Well, no, basically, no, I'm sorry, but artists, no, I'm not having it. But that is it. I've hit the limit. What tried to Monza? That was horrific driving. Horrific driving. You killed me.
Was that a minute ago into the Lesmos, that one?
Yes, that was.
Oh god.
Lesmos.
I maintain that if I'm driving sideways into a corner,
what was that?
because I've got some horrific oversteer.
Was that a slight bit of oversteer that caused that?
Yeah. You tried to nudge up me inside, and then I just half lost it. And then you just went straight into the side of me, and I was catapulted 18 miles into the gravel trap. But as we move on to race etiquette.
You can't even say it now.
Race etiquette. Basically, don't overreact. Don't rage quit if you crash. I know it can be very tempting. If you're in last, you've lost your front wing, you've got half a lap, and you're gonna be behind the field for a lot of the race. Yeah. Then try to stay in the lobby. You never know. As we,
safety cars and stuff.
If you've seen Onage's Hungary race for the Seasons of 7, in Split 1, I recommend watching that because that is one of the best recovery drives I've ever seen.
Yes, if I can remember, I will try and put that in the link as well, so you can actually see. It starts on very
don't
first lap.
Spoil it.
So,
don't spoil it.
So
Suffice to say, it is one of the best recovery drives, and he is obviously one of the best drivers I've ever seen as well. Well, virtual or real life, to be honest. Obviously, if you're driving a bad race, don't just swerve around, crash people off.
If you do that, you'll be banned anyway.
You will just be banned if you swerve around.
And kill people.
Obviously, if you know you suffer from lag, I think Hamish suffers from lag a fair bit. It's not, it's not game breaking.
Better, I've found.
But it's not awful.
Anyway.
But it is fairly substantial lag. Basically, you don't want to get too near them. You don't want to, have some sort of weird glitch with the game. So, maintain a fairly safe distance. As we touched on several times, don't rage quit. It doesn't look good on you if you just give up. And
forum activity.
Yeah,
standard
forum
stuff,
activity.
Really.
You got to post. It's not too mandatory, but check.
Check the forums.
Check the forums most days. Maybe write a little comment. Maybe like a few posts.
This is
say
cool.
this is it's a good race. Maybe a little account of your race. just to clear up maybe something. And yep. So just generally don't be rude. You know, it is a really good community, but I'm sure no one appreciates a dickhead. So
Yeah, that's such
basically,
a nice way to put it.
Well, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is. As we move on now to participation, I think I've spoken enough.
Yeah.
So Hamish can speak a bit more.
No showings, so that sounds interesting, but it just means like if I dropped something. If you don't smooth, so if you don't show up for races and stuff consecutive times, you will be not necessarily banned. You could be put into either a reserve slot, or of course you may also be asked
Obviously,
to leave the league for another
if you disappear
season.
off the face of the earth,
Yeah,
they're gonna ban you. If you say, you know, if your internet just dies and you can't have it for a month, then obviously you'll be moved to a reserve spot and possibly reinstated when you get internet back. Maybe not. I'm not
or
sure.
on holiday or something.
Where it'll stand. If you've got to inform people basically. Obviously, if it's unexpected, you can usually find ways to contact people though. But
phone.
You can't just not race, you know, without telling anyone. You have to let someone know. And you've got to have a pretty decent reason, like simply saying, obviously it says there, I can't race this week. You've got to, you know. Most things are acceptable, such as, you know, I've got
relatives.
Relatives. Like, you know, something like that. I've got to go out of town for the weekend, maybe something like that. I don't know, but not basically just either not telling anyone or giving, you know, a bad reason. It's going to be marked as an uninformed absence. Well, yeah, and obviously if it's consecutive several times, then, you might be removed from the league. You just might.
Another reason to check the forums and stuff. See activity. If you're checking the forums, you're usually active.
Forums,
but you know, you just keep updated on other drivers pulling out. Of course, you can pull out. It's not like we can't stop people from pulling out. However, ideally, if it's your first season, I'd go on to connection lag in a second, but if it's your first season and you pull out, that's not looked at very
No, it's
highly.
not.
If you make commit yourself, you say yes, I'll try and race this amount of races for the season. So you know. Things about, I know there's a split one driver and he's not pulling out, but he's not going to be available for like 6 months or something.
Yeah, that's Raiden, isn't it?
Yeah. I was trying not to name names, but there you go, Raiden. I'm sorry.
Why? I don't see the problem with naming names.
No,
Everyone knows who they are, probably.
Everyone knows, yeah. Well, unless you're new and you.
Unless you
still
know,
probably
obviously.
do, because Raiden's
finding this video the height of informative material.
Yeah, definitely. That's very nice. That's really smooth, actually. Connection lag, as Arthur said. I do occasionally suffer from lag. I mean, normally for races, I ask people to get off the internet. So if your internet's like mine, it's
not
mine.
Not other people, obviously, like around the world, in his house.
Yes. I say right, everyone.
Can you just not race everyone off the internet just so I can win?
So when no one's on the internet, it's fine. It's just when X, Y, and Z. Oh yes. That's how we roll. So if people are using the internet, you know, normally that causes lag and stuff. If you've got really bad lag, you'll either be asked to leave the league or like step down for the race, or you know, try and get it fixed.
Us to try and get it fixed. Obviously, it does spoil races, and chances are you might disconnect in a lot of races. So it does help to have a very stable internet connection. It doesn't just have to be quick, you know. So basically, if you want to leave the league, then that's all right. I mean, if you haven't got time, or you know you're committing to something else, then that's a valid reason. If you just get bored of the game, then that's not a particularly good reason. I mean, I know there's a split one driver, Onage. We've mentioned him before. He was getting bored of the game, I think, in mid-season, but he still raced and he finished the season.
Yes.
You can quit after the season is finished, but you can't quit during the season.
So that was good for Monage, really. He didn't just say,
he didn't say, "No, I'm not going to do this anymore." He waited and he took the fight right to the end, didn't he? I mean, obviously he
really, I've got to say,
very unlucky in the last
race because it's so disappointing.
Yeah, he couldn't have won the championship.
But I mean, considering Alex and Kifler, I think it was, but, they finished like tenths apart. And with Onage there, we would have had a three-way battle for the lead, for sure. And it could have been Kifler, Alex, and Onage going for it in the last race. Anyway, we didn't see that because of the awesome game connection. So brilliant. So thank you, Codemasters. That's also how, unfortunately, our championship was decided.
It was. It was unfortunately disconnection. If you haven't seen that video, we won't spoil it. But
we won't completely spoil it. But we had it was a good race, like Matt.
Yeah, it was alright. There was some decent battles.
Special guest.
There were some decent battles, but ultimately, I think ruined for a lot of people because of that. Notably, one guy in particular. But we won't go into anything more.
It could have been a possible of 2 people.
Could have been.
We narrowed it down.
Controversial. Right.
So rule enforcement has just been 5 hours on participation.
We're getting a bit more off topic now.
We are.
How many more have we got?
Cool.
Oh, for fuck's sake, we've got 4. All right, it's okay. We can do this.
We can do this, Artos. Keep going. Don't give up. Stewards panel.
Yep. That's basically the mods.
That's
the moderators.
We do a point each, I think, from now.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. Yeah.
So if you think you've been unfairly treated in a race, providing you have a video, if you don't have a video or someone else has a video, your thing won't be looked at. You can't just say, "Oh, so and so did this." I mean, for example, if I didn't have a video of the lag between me, Artos, and Beyond, then I would have likely got a penalty or something like that. But because I had video footage, it was all sorted on that, really. So yeah, things like that. So we do advise drivers to record races. I know some drivers can't because of their PC specs and things like that. That's fine if you can't. But it's not a must, but it is advised for things like that. So Artos, over to you.
As like Hamish said, you can make an inquiry if you feel that the game hasn't given someone a penalty, but you've been
technical.
If you've you've thrown me off my thing now, Hamish, damn you. But obviously, if you were treated unfairly on the track, either pushed off or something like that, you can apply if you have video footage of it. Doesn't necessarily have to be you. It can just be, someone behind you or something like that, witnessing it. But basically, you need good evidence for an incident. Otherwise, then you could just be lying to spite people, try and get a point over on them or something like that. As corner cutting again. It's the same. If you see someone who you feel is corner cut a lot, you can apply, and you've got to give evidence for that as well.
That's really loud mouse click. I'm so sorry.
What are you doing? It's like
it's like
that.
I know. I just killed my mouse. I was like, when you have one of those moments when you're bored and you think, I know. I just see how hard
I'll drop my finger. Oh my god.
I just see how hard I can click my mouse if it comes up on TeamSpeak and.
You ready? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Here we go. Removing an unfair penalty.
Oh god, Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh dear.
Hang on.
That's fine. There
we go. No, that's right.
Everything's under control.
I've pressed the back button on my mouse and I have no idea where I am on my photo gallery anymore. But as we
removing an unfair penalty. If you have video footage of an unfair penalty, like a corner cut wasn't a corner cut. I know in Abu Dhabi people were penalised last.
Penalised. Nice word.
Thank you. I don't know the word.
Penalised.
Penalised. The thing is, Artos, I'm rubbish with words, as you know. I mean, I know you are brilliant with words. You know how to get you work words like.
I know how to speak. Yep.
I work
Okay.
woman.
Okay.
So penalised. There we go. That's awesome. So like unfair corner cut. I know in Abu Dhabi you're penalised of coming into a pit on the last game, even not games. So yeah, things like that. Collisions, stuff like that. Illegal overtakes are the most likely one, really, where you'd get a penalty for an illegal overtake what wasn't actually illegal.
Or maybe just pushing someone off the track. The game will give you a penalty a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Obviously, this can all be taken away if the person that had it happen to them just says no, they don't. You can take the penalty away. Then obviously, even if none of you have footage, if that person says. What the hell? Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Wrong person. I'm getting like a gazillion messages on Steam.
Yeah, okay.
So, well,
I
it just says
don't know what I was saying, but yeah, basically, if none of you have video footage, but the person.
Does I look overflight? That's brilliant. I was like, so basically, I was just talking to another person, and I said recording, and anyway, I sent a Tart, and he's like, and he's like talking to me. There we go. I've put myself on away, so.
Oh, jeez.
I'm bad. Okay, so, so I've now got wow.
Okay.
So apparently I'm bad at all that stuff.
Yeah.
Penalty point system.
Penalty point system. This is brand new. This wasn't here last year. Can I finish what I was saying?
You can. Okay, but I want to start off penalty points, and you can.
Okay, I'm going to finish what I was saying, even though shut up. So, if none of you have video footage, I've been trying to say. I think this is the third time I've tried to say it.
3 times.
But shut up. If none of you have video footage, but the person that the incident was with said that you don't deserve a penalty, or you can have it removed, that's perfectly fine. That'll just remove it. Anyway, Hamish.
Yeah. Another good thing, if like 2 drivers agree on something, if it was with another driver, I think that can also be resolved.
Yeah.
So penalty point system. So this is quite new. I think it was introduced last season, beginning of last season.
I didn't see it.
It might not have been. I'm not sure. Anyway, basically what happened is a Formula 1 super license. Effectively, we gave Bernie the rights to use it. He phoned up Fizzy and he was like, "Okay, Fizzy, right, we want to use your system." And Fizzy had to talk long and hard, think long and hard.
I think he sold it for several billion.
Yeah, so he sold
euros,
it for a few billion, and that's how we run the site. Donate if you can.
Yeah.
We're not asking for donations, but donate.
I saw the
if
other
you
day
can.
we have 0 donations on the site. That might just be a
That is
site bug.
that is a site bug. It does say Atos. If you look
It does say
underneath,
0 donations. We probably
does.
have more than that.
No, I know how much we have. So donate, guys. It's cool. But yeah,
Cool, keeps the site running.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Obviously, it's the home of the AOR. If this goes down,
Home.
then I don't think that
Yeah.
there's really much hope for the league left. Really, I mean, obviously ARL collapsed spontaneously, but it managed to get it up and running again.
So Fizzy's done a great job with that, actually. So
Fizzy has done a great job. Kudos to him.
We joined AOR, not ARL.
We joined AOR.
I did join ARL, and I was I say I was sort of involved. I was hardly involved, but I knew a lot of the big people without them knowing me. So it was like the low life of ARL. So that was cool. Basically, it just says here all the different points. So deliberately crashing into another driver. So it's like it says, if you get 50 points, your league position will be put under review. Most likely outcome being removed from the league. Yeah, things like that really. 35 saying race ban and 25 qualifying ban. So yeah, that's pretty much
it.
Really for that.
Ooh.
Fairly standard stuff.
Yep.
So you get points for like abusive behaviour on the form. abusive, that is not necessarily swearing. I mean, we don't advise people to swear in the forum anyway.
No.
But,
at people, obviously, if it's
at people, yeah, of
if
course,
it's
that is
censored.
also.
I mean, if it's a swear, but it is obviously censored with asterisks or whatever, then
Yeah.
that's, I think, fine. But if you out and out, swear unnecessarily, but that obviously you'll get points on your license, as it were. I think, yeah. So that's causing a collision there. Those 5 and 10. That's not, the game saying that you caused it. That's actually, there's evidence that you caused that collision by dive bombing or whatever, or smashing into someone. So we don't like to do that. Obviously, and also another 10 points there if you hit someone off, and you've hit someone off. If you don't wait for them, unless obviously they say you don't have to wait for me, then you'll get 10 points. It's quite a big violation, actually, no showing. Without saying, rage quitting as well. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
However,
they-
to be fair,
It's not good to do that.
if you lose connection, of course that doesn't count as rage quitting.
No, it doesn't.
I mean,
Deliberately
we can never
leaving.
necessarily prove people have raged quit, but it's normally obvious. If we had an incident, we're not going to name names, Artos.
Okay,
but we had
not
an
this time.
incident where someone completely cut the last corner in India to come into the pit. A sort of like
Oh.
Singapore, but a lot worse.
The infamous.
That was
Azores,
that was exciting. It looked quite. I mean, I couldn't believe my eyes went beyond. Showed me. He was like, "Oh my god!" And,
I haven't seen that video actually. I need to see it. Hang on, I'm just gonna get it now.
You do. Oh, that's
Gonna get it
marvelous. So yeah. Anyway, I think he got a qualifying ban for that. So if you do something like that, like cut the last corner in a race to come to the pit. I mean, in practice, it's all right. Really, no one really cares what you do in practice, really. So yeah. I don't think that, apart from like being abusive in practice sessions and stuff, there isn't really anything that will get you points on your or license, apart from being abusive to people. So that I can't really think of anything why you would receive something in practice. So I don't think you can. So who to contact?
Last slide. Whew.
So
It's finally over, guys.
It's
You can
finally over.
stop watching the video after this. It's okay.
If you've made it this far, guys, thank you so much.
Yeah, say boobs
Thank
in the
you.
comments if you've made it this far, just so we know. Just it's going to be a little inside joke.
Really good idea. Thank you, everyone.
Little inside joke. So thank you, everyone. We love you.
Yeah. So we can probably pretty much say whatever we like now, because it's so unlikely that people have made it
Cheers for
this
sticking
far.
with. Yeah, Hamish is a prick. Oh wait, no, he's still here.
Whoa! I disconnect. But if I do disconnect, the recording will stop. So that will be awful. I think this is going to be like a 50-year-long video.
Yeah. Let's try and get it over with as quickly as possible. Who to contact? Basically, league coordinator. So that's Beyond. That's Fizzy. I think Alex is stepping down. But I think he is a site admin. I think
he's
still.
like an admin and stuff.
Yep.
I mean, Alex
So-
will contact Winters as well.
Yeah.
And
That's
DC
PC.
or
That's
Dutch.
PC.
even.
This is all PC, obviously.
This is all PC, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's Dutch. There's Arava, I think, is also one.
Yeah.
So any of them.
They're not necessarily
Matty,
PC.
Noble. I think they're all big names anyway. So if you need to contact them, they've got they'll sort you out. I think they're all really nice guys. They wouldn't be without this fantastic community they've built up. So
Yeah, I mean,
it's fantastic.
the
So
best thing to do as well, I found, is if you follow them or tweet them or whatever on Twitter, that's probably the best way to get in contact with a lot of these guys. I mean, also you can personal message on the site, I guess. I'm sure they get back to you that way as well. I know a couple of people have got back to me that way, because it's unlikely that you've either got them on Steam. We have a couple of people on Steam. If you're new anyway, it's unlikely you're going to have them on Steam. Or if you see them on the site, you can always do site chat. I contact Dutch. I felt like a celebrity, and then he said like, "Hamish, you're not good enough," and I got sank. It didn't quite work like that. He said, "Oh my god, that's awesome," but yeah, he said, "Oh my god, Hamish, you're so fantastic."
Yeah, he offered to do unspeakable things to you, but you graciously declined.
Wow, you're such an ass.
Okay.
I hope he's not watching this video. That's why he's probably like us a subscriber, but he's probably not.
Okay,
but
well.
So yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there's example reasons there. So obviously informing someone that you're missing a race.
If you
Getting information. If you're new, just ask. Basically, anyone will tell you.
I mean, if you contact
none of
me and
them are
Artos,
like
we're more than happy to
crouchy
help.
bastards or anything. Yep, we are happy to help.
Happy, very happy.
Happy.
That's like that song.
Happy.
And you know
Happy.
it
Do not
all.
sing that song, you prick. Okay.
So that sounds about Artos loves that song.
Right. Okay.
Okay, Stefano. Whatever.
Okay.
Ooh,
What are you talking about? We've got a Ferrari drive, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No.
Cut that out. Cut it out.
Edit. The thing is, I was gonna put it in. Oh well, it's not been around 18. Anyway, we got cut. So this is now just to overview.
Can't release this video for now, like 6 months before you've released the last.
6 months.
That's how long it's gonna take you to upload it.
Yeah. So guys, this is season 9, not season 8. So yeah, just a couple of other extras, like thank yous, things like that. Well, of course, thank you, Artos. It's been a pleasure doing all the commentary and stuff with you.
It
Beyond,
has indeed.
I have to thank as well.
Thank you very much.
He's been awesome with the commentary. MP Racing, he does a lot of the graphics and stuff for the races, like the thumbnails and stuff. So thank you for him. Season 8 trailer. Now that may be
Season
out
8 trailer.
exactly. Yeah,
Awesome sauce.
It looks awesome.
It's
I
basically.
edited it, and
yeah.
I've
You
made
edit it. It's gotta be awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Come on, it does look nice. I'm pleased with myself. I'm like a hit movie producer.
Yeah.
I'm like
Hit movie
I
producer.
think it's Ron Howard. I hope it's Ron Howard. I'm like Ron Howard, but better. I'm Steven Spielberg. I'm better than him. Let's face it.
Steven Spielberg. It's Spielberg, you noob.
Is it Spielberg?
Spielberg.
I'm sorry. I swear
It's
it
not
says...
Spielberg.
Oh my God! Shut up.
It's Spielberg.
Shut up. Quite frankly, all those big kick-ass movie producers can kiss my ass because I know how to use After Effects. Kaboom. They probably do as well. But yeah, if you guys want to see more of these bantercast type recording stuff, just say.
Not
and,
bantercast.
Oh, whatever. I don't know what to call it. So if you want to see more of this ass-kicking stuff, just put in the comments. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Alright, goodbye.
For the 10th time.